And we should be live. What's going on, guys and girls, gals? I hope you're having a great day. My name is Luke. Welcome to the channel. The channel is called LJ Shredder. Today is Wednesday. See, August I lose track of days so easily. August the 11th, August the 12th, Wednesday. So again, hope you all had a great day. I had a great day. Everything is good. So thanks for joining in. As usual, I will explain the rules of what's going on here. So I do a live commentary, hopefully every evening. I missed yesterday. I apologize. But I go over the top 5 biggest movers of the day on the stock market. So I have a handy dandy spreadsheet here, and we will talk about the top 5 biggest movers and learn about some companies. On that note, I am not a professional financial advisor. I cannot legally give you investing advice, so that is not what this is. I am just a random guy on the internet talking about stocks, so this is for entertainment purposes only. If you do find this entertaining, it's a huge help to me if you hit the thumbs up button and then subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. So we'll jump into it. Overall today, the Dow was up 1%, a little over 1% for a 289-point gain. We are nearing in the all-time high for the Dow, which was, I think, about 29,555, something like that off the top of my head. And we were over 29 grand earlier this week. We are back to somewhere around 28,900. So very good overall, nearing an all-time high, especially after everything that happened with COVID. Over the last 6 months, it's been tremendous recovery when it comes to the stock market. My one concern, though, is the economy is definitely not doing as well as the stock market is doing. So I would say the market's not completely indicative of how the economy overall is doing. There's still a very large number of people on unemployment, and unemployment numbers overall are very high. And everything's not even opened back up yet. So if the market can continue to hold at such a high number, and then the market actually recovers in terms of the economy and productivity and GDP and all that stuff, then that would mean definite all-time highs for the Dow. We should be well over 30 grand. But enough about that. Top 5 biggest movers for today were IGC, BFRA, OPTT, PNTG, and Cbmg. So IGC is a company called India Globalization Capital. They moved 300% today. And the reason being is they are a company that makes hemp-derived drugs and products. So their big news was an announcement that they were approved for phase 1 drug trial for a THC-based drug that specifically is supposed to treat dementia caused by Alzheimer's. So I think they tested this in mice or rats in a lab. It was positive, and they were approved for phase 1 testing. So very big news for them. They are continuing to go up. They started the day at 98 cents. They closed the day at $2.56, and I believe now they are at $3.32. So up an additional 30% since market close. Overall, the company has a 5-year high of $6.45, and that was about 2 years ago. They are a company that does not earn a profit at this point. In fact, they're really a pretty small company that, generally speaking, loses money, but this could be their big breakthrough as this thing progresses through various trials. So we're looking at phase 1 now, then we have 2, 3, and 4 before it can become a full-fledged drug on the market, I believe. So I want to keep an eye on for sure. If they are to get back to, say, $6.45 like they were 2 years ago, we still have about 100% growth in order to achieve that. Mover number 2 on the day was Biofrontera AG. So Biofrontera was on our list from last week. They were the number 1 mover last Wednesday, so a week ago today. And last Wednesday, they gained 378%. So a huge day. And they closed at $26.50. Today, they closed at $30.50. So they're up since then, which is great news for them. They've been kind of, all over the place over the last week or so. They've been as high as $38, which was yesterday. They were as low again as 1950, which was this morning. Did not, again, see any substantial news, as I did not see last week that would make me understand why they've grown so much, their share price. They issued some bonds, so issuing some debt to raise some capital to progress their company, I assume, but that shouldn't be enough to do this much movement. Again, just so you know, they're a dermatology products company specifically focused on therapy for non-melanoma skin cancer. I don't know what to think of them. They've showed up on our list twice. I always like to make special note of companies that show up as the biggest mover twice, especially in a 1 week period. I just feel like I need to see more from them to really understand this company in terms of why they are going up so much. They are in the negative, and they're currently making all-time highs right now. So, always a good thing to jump on board when a company is going up. Trading that positive momentum up is great, but I just don't understand it, so I'm not going to invest in it. Mover number 3 today is a company called OPTT, or ticker OPTT. That is Ocean Power Technologies. So they are a renewable energy company specifically focused on wave energy. So they convert waves into electricity. Their main product is called the power buoy. So it literally sits out in the ocean, and the motion of the ocean creates electricity in the buoy. I don't know all the technology that allows that to happen, but that's their main product. They were up 44% today. So they started the day at $1.13, closed at $1.60. They're down a little bit in the aftermarket and did not see any substantial news from them today that would make me understand why they would go up 44%. They are a company that has a negative earnings per share, and generally speaking, they're a smaller company that loses money every year. So I would not be buying them, although I think that technology is very cool and could lead to some good things in the future, just not quite yet. I'm not sold. Mover number 4 is Pennant Group Inc. So they are basically a holding company for 2 companies. One of them is a company called Cornerstone, which is a home health and hospice company. And the other company that they are owner of or holder of is Pinnacle Senior Living Group, which has 52 senior living communities across 6 different states, primarily out west and then Wisconsin as well. So with that said, I think they're in a good industry. Healthcare, especially senior care, is a growing industry and a very profitable industry, with the baby boomers nearing age of retirement or at age of retirement and possibly beyond. That is the biggest generation in the U.S., I think, until just recently. If I'm correct, if I'm not correct, correct me in the comments. So a large number of people will be needing health care over the next, say, 5 to 20 years or so. So if you're in home health, hospice, and senior living communities, you should be in a very good industry. Pennant Group is up 40% today. They opened the day at $30 per share and closed at $36.77. They are down slightly in the aftermarket. And reason for their move was a positive earnings report, and they're profitable, both very good things. And again, in a good, solid, industry to be in. So I think Pennant seems like a great company. Actually, it seems like a company that I would not be opposed to investing in. I do think that healthcare companies are very strong. I know I personally own a healthcare-based mutual fund, and it's done really, really well in the last few years. And lastly, the 5th biggest mover from today is ticker symbol Cbmg, so Cellular Biomedicine Group. They are a biopharma specifically focused on cancer treatment and different treatments for degenerative diseases using stem cells. They were up 35% today. Technically, they were flat today. They closed yesterday at $14.27, and then there was an announcement made that they're going to be going private via a buyout, and that is being led by their current CEO. So the accepted proposal, I guess, was to buy out everybody at $19.75 per share. Again, yesterday it closed at $14.27. So the price shot up today to match that purchase price. It's not set in stone yet, but signs are pointing in the right direction that acquisition will happen and they will go private. With that said, IGC hit my radar this morning very early. I'm in a group chat with a couple of guys that also trade, and we were all notified this morning. We were very hesitant to jump in. We had a chance to get in at about $1.50. Again, they closed at $2.56, so would have been a very nice 60-ish% gain, but I did not pull the trigger. One of the other guys pulled the trigger and definitely made some profit on it. I think that I'm going to go all in on Workhorse. Many of you guys are familiar with them. I've talked about them before, but I just feel like they're the leader in electrified commercial vehicles right now in terms of what I see in the country as other potential competitors. They're also based out of the city that I live in, so I definitely am rooting for them, and I just don't see how they don't win some big deals soon with commercial vehicle users like fleets. So they're up for the United States Postal Service bid. There's a very, very large number of trucks as other companies like USPS transition their vehicle fleets from diesel or gas over to electric. I just think that Workhorse is going to start winning some business here soon. I'd rather get it on the ground floor. So I'm crossing my fingers for them. As far as big movers from Monday, just to end it with this, we'll see what they did today. So the biggest mover from Monday was a company called Ceres Therapeutics, and they were up 17% today to close at $23.56. Monday they had a 400% gain. Again, today they were up 17% more. So holding positive, holding steady, and even going up a little bit since their big move on Monday, which is very exciting to see for them. Again, the reason for such a big move was that they are or had a positive stage 3 trial for a drug that treats C. diff, which is something that would be used by every hospital in the entire country. So very, very big deal for them. I would say that they're a company that I would look to invest in. Second biggest mover from Monday was Omaros Corp. They are down to $13.67 after closing Monday at $21.32. The reason for their big move Monday was that they have possible COVID drug, so it's shown to be somewhat promising in a few patients they tried it on. But they are down, $8 since Monday, which makes up about 35 to 40% down since the close on Monday, so not so good the rest of the week so far. Third mover from Monday was Cbmg. They're a biotech company focused on inflammatory bowel disease and a few other things. They are basically steady, so they closed Monday at 8. They closed today at roughly 8. There was no substantial news to make them go up. They do have an earnings report coming tomorrow, so I would venture to say that Cbmg or ticker PHGE will go in one direction or the other based on earnings report tomorrow. Fourth biggest mover from Monday was Cbgi. They closed today at $4.41 after closing Monday at $4.07, so holding strong. Reason for their big move Monday was they had an earnings report, and the results of that were that they were not as negative as they expected to be, so their price went up. And again, holding steady the rest of the week so far. Fifth biggest mover, man, I shot myself in the foot with CleanSpark, y'all. CLSK or CleanSpark, they do software intelligent controls for microgrid technology or energy solutions. So you might have solar and wind and hydropower. They can kind of put that all together and control the whole system for you with their software. But they closed today at $11.18. Monday they closed at $12.20. They have been all over the place the last few days. They've been as high as $12.90. They've been as low as $10.33. So yesterday I was burned pretty substantially. I tried to jump on and ride the wave. I think I got in as it was shooting up at about $12.50, and I did not sell at $12.90 as I probably should have. and it dropped back down to probably $11.50 by the time I sold. So not a good day for me. At any rate, that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Again, this is a live stream that I do every evening. I talk about the top 5 biggest movers. My name's Luke. The channel's LJ Shredder. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up helps tremendously. Subscribe for more content and leave any comments of things that you guys want to talk about in the future. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.